Hey, what's up guys? For this week's video, I'm going to do a story time about the time I played with a Ouija board. Excuse me for looking like trash. I need a haircut. It's super long. I haven't got a haircut in like weeks, so just ignore it. So I just want to start off by saying this was strictly a curiosity thing. I wasn't going in trying to play this Ouija board to contact demons or anything like that. It was strictly a thing that I've always been interested in. I always wanted to see if this board really could work like everyone says it would, and that's basically what this whole thing was. So I got the board from one of my friends who had it in her house, and she got it from her cousin whose house is like super haunted, and he was like, look, I don't want this Ouija board anymore. I feel like it's causing bad things in my house. Take it. So basically, she let me borrow it because I was going to play with myself. I was going to play with myself. That's not going to come out right. I was one of the people that were going to be playing with the Ouija board. It was me and 3 other of my friends. I'm not going to say their names. But yeah, this was like planned for about 2 weeks before I played. I did all kinds of research, me and my friends, on how to do this safely, what to do. So we were pretty confident going in that we knew what we were going to be dealing with and how to handle this situation. So we waited for it to be night, and we went to this park by my house way after hours. We should not have been there, and we went under this like shady tree, and we were like, look, we're just going to play here because one of the rules is to play in the environment and not at your house. So we like set it up, we had the white candles, and we were ready to go, and we placed our hands on the planchette. And the first question we asked, we did the circle thing, and we were like, are there any spirits here that would like to communicate with us? The thing didn't move for a little bit, and we kind of asked it again, and I noticed that it was starting to move. And I was like, yo, like, who's doing it? You know, the stereotypical things people say. But I knew for a fact none of us were moving it because our fingers were like, here's the thing, they were like almost levitating. Like, no one could be pushing it. We would know. It moved to yes, and we were like, okay, spirit, what's your name? And it moved to Q. And we were like, Q? And then it went to U, and then it stopped. So we were like, QU, is that your name? And it moved back to yes. And we were just kind of like, okay, QU. And I forgot what I asked next. I think I asked if you were a good spirit. And it didn't move off of yes, so we assumed that it was yes. That it was a good spirit. So since we're all assuming that it's a good spirit, we were kind of more relaxed and just talkative to the board. In the middle of one of our questions, it started to move. Like in the middle of us talking, it started to move towards goodbye. And we were like, what the hell? Like, okay. So when it got to goodbye, I was like, are you trying to tell us goodbye? And it went to yes. And we were like, okay, it's obviously saying goodbye. Like, let's leave it alone. As soon as it went to yes, like as in saying it was saying goodbye, a cop pulled up. Like, seconds after we heard the little doo-doo. What the hell? I don't know what that doo-doo noise is. A police siren noise. You know what I'm talking about. So I was like, y'all, the Ouija board said goodbye to us. And then a cop showed up. It's like, it was kind of telling us like, yo, get out of there. We weren't supposed to be in there. We were there after hours. We were going to get in trouble. So we left. After that, the guy, one of my friends who had the Ouija board in his car, he texted me late at night talking about he was hearing knocking on his windows and all this. And I was like, okay, you're probably just paranoid. Don't worry about it. At this point, the Ouija board was in his car because we had all went home. And he was like, no, I really think there's something wrong. Like, there's something wrong. And he was like really freaked out by this situation, and he wasn't really making sense in the text messages. He was just saying that he's like super freaked out. And I was like, look, I had sage and I left it in his car. I was like, the sage is in your car, sage your house, sage your car, and just stop thinking about it, because the more you think about it, I feel like the more negative energy was coming off. Like the more he was feeding into it, the worse it was getting. So the next day, he brought it immediately to me. He was like, I don't want it. Take it back to your friend. I was like, okay. So I had it in my house by myself. It was just me and this Ouija board. And I was like, look, curiosity is driving me crazy. I was like, I'm gonna play this Ouija board by myself. And that's what I did. So I set the Ouija board up and I was like talking to it, and nothing happened at all. It didn't move, it didn't do anything, and I was like, wow, really? And a lot of people say it's a subconscious thing. When you're playing in a group, someone is moving it without them even knowing. So that's why it doesn't work when you're alone, because it is just a game. So I was like, kind of believing that. I was like, okay, maybe this doesn't work. It's all in my head. This is just it's just a game, like what everyone says. But at the same time, I don't know how to explain the Ouija board saying goodbye as soon as a cop pulled up in the middle of it. Like, it was working in a group, but like by myself it didn't work. I took a picture of the Ouija board with my little Polaroid thing. That was it. Just like prove I had it or whatever. I know y'all are expecting some like big paranormal story, but honestly nothing really happened. After I played by myself, I saged my house. I've never gotten a bad vibe in my house after. That's really it. That's my experience with the Ouija board. I kind of don't believe in it after playing it now. Will I play it again? Probably, and maybe next time I'll film it. But like I said before, if you're interested in playing it, do your research, and I say go for it. Do not go in blind, though. I wouldn't do that. Thank you guys for watching this story time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't like... Whenever I watch this kind of story times, I get like really uncomfortable in my house. I hope I didn't make anyone scared, because nothing happened. I'm fine. It's just a game. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked it. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Leave some suggestions in the comments below about what you want me to see me do next. About what you want me to do next. If you've ever played with the Ouija board, tell me your experience too. I like to read them. But yeah, that's it for this week's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all